Good evening. My name is Shelley McKnight, and I will be reviewing the story called Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. It was first published in 1868 by Roberts Brothers. It's a classic young adult novel. The format that I read was on ebook, but I also had a paperback that was published in 2000 by Scholastic. I give it a 5 out of 5 because I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was very emotional, and I wasn't expecting it to capture my interest as much as it did, but it shocked me. It was like a roller coaster ride of emotions. And I was just curious, did anybody have a favorite one? Because I really didn't. I enjoyed them all. I really loved Beth because she was so freaking sweet. She loved the Hummel kids a lot. And I just thought that was so kind because she was so young. And as they were going through so much, I was just shocked that she was worried about helping other people than she was about her own feelings and about missing her dad, who happened to be off at war. I find it shocking that they sent him off to go fight even though he was a chaplain. I'm not sure if, because they don't really explain it much, but I'm not sure if he's fighting in the war or if he's over there as a chaplain. Aunt March is honestly one of my favorite characters. I love her grumpiness. I prefer the movie version with Katharine Hepburn, who plays Jo, because of Aunt March's character in that story. I think that she's awesome, and I think that she helps the four girls transform into young women, and I think that she helps them make the transition from a young child into a little woman. And I think that her giving them the dollar at Christmas time helps them ease it a little bit from missing their father. I wasn't too keen on Laurie's character because I feel that it was just thrown in there like as an extra like plot piece, and I didn't really like it because it's just like, oh, so she has to like him, she must like him. So it kind of made me happy that they didn't get together in the end. I was like, yeah, that's how it should be. A little bit about the story. It begins around Christmas time, and they are hanging out, practicing one of Jo's plays. And I'm sorry, you guys. Meg asks her sisters if she can if they can go sit at the table, and Jo wants to sit and peek out in the window and look at Laurie, and she wants to see what he looks like. She's curious because she wants to be a boy, and I think that that's awesome because it shows that women can be just any type they want to be. They can be shy and squeaky like Beth. They can be very outspoken and very boyish like Jo. They can be extremely precocious and feminine like Amy, or they can be motherly and kind-hearted like Meg. And I like that it shows that this story shows that women are completely different, because we are. Some of us are kind of grumpy, like me, or some of us are very sweet, like some of you, I'm sure. But the story shows that women are different, and I like that. I also like that this story shows that this family is very poor because of the war. Their father lost a lot of money, I guess, by going off to war. That's kind of how Aunt March describes it, is he lost their family fortune. And Jo doesn't like that she talks about her dad like that. But Jo knows that she needs a job, so Jo takes a job working for Aunt March so that she can help her family get out of, I guess, their poorness. And Amy ends up taking over Jo's place when Jo goes off to the city to work for a family taking care of their 2 kids. I was very shocked when their family went through something serious and tragic. It broke my heart because she was a very awesome character. I won't say names because I don't want to spoil it. I don't like spoilers. I think that's enough just based off of that. I guess my pro for this, because I could only come up with one, being as my brain isn't really working right now, is the plot. I love the plot. It was fun. It was exciting because honestly it was just like any ordinary family, and it was nice to read about something that could happen to an everyday family. And the con was that it was extra long. It took me a while to read the story later on because I have epilepsy, so I would forget things or something else would happen. But I honestly loved it. It was very good, and I recommend it to any of you. I rated it, again, like I said, a 5 out of 5. Again, the story is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott.